Hello, it's Sally here at .tv. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm working on my Roxy's Journal Stitchery project. I thought I'd hop on the camera because I've kind of come to a bit of a standstill. I've been doing a little bit behind the scenes and I've come to a little bit of a standstill now. I can't really do any more until I've shown you what I've done so that I can go on to the next step, if you like. So the first thing I will show you, I've been making great progress, by the way, and everything's falling into place. And the hammer, I will explain in a minute. I've just been hammering, but I'll show you that in a moment. Right, so first things first. This is, I think I left you last time. I'd done the inside sides and I've got the bottom all sorted. I know what I'm doing with that. I've got the top all sorted. So it was just the inside lid that I was working on, which is this here. So I've got a little bit further now. I did the little log cabin thing. Now it looked a bit scruffy when I used raw edge. So I've done it, I've tucked all the edges under and done it that way instead. So that's all on there now and nice and neat and whatnot. I've put a few running stitches around. My flowers are nearly done. I've done all of the stitching apart from I've woven the inside, so I thought I'll leave one blank and show you how I wove the insides of them. I've put the wings of my butterfly on. I don't quite know where the body is, but I have decided, let me just, it's disappeared. Where's it disappeared to? Don't know where it's gone, but it's around somewhere. But it's the tape measure anyway. It's some of this. I've already cut it, but I can't find it just at the moment. It's gone a little bit of a walkabout. I bet it's under all this actually. Yeah, it's under all this. There it is. I put it in a safe place and then forgot about it. Okay, so that's going to be the body of my butterfly, and then I'll have some little curly antenna. I've also had a rummage through my little stash that I have, and I found this that I've already used on one of my other Roxy projects, the folding bag. Took off some of the flowers and I thought this colour goes really well. So I'm going to, in fact I can snip this now while I think about it and fill in that corner. Thought it would look good in that corner. So let's just snippity snip this away. I don't want all of the leaves. I'm going to take that one off because I don't want that one. Okay, that's that. And I think I might take this top one off. I've already snipped into it because I've snipped something else. A lot of snipping going on, isn't there? I've already taken something else off this, so it's getting its use. I've got one more flower left, and then I've got all the fabric, and I've also got this gorgeous border as well that's all hand sewn. So it's only a blanket stitch, but it just looks so lovely. That will definitely get used on something else. So I might even keep that leaf because I used a leaf on something else. So anyway, that's going to go there. I could pin that down, couldn't I? Let's get a pin. So that's going to go there. That's going to go there. I'm not pinning that down because I don't want marks. I don't know whether it will mark inside with the pin marks. So that's going there. Oh, I also found this. This is the doily that keeps on giving because I've taken a few flowers out of this already, quite a few. I thought that that orangey coloured one looks really nice, and I thought maybe it could go here in this corner. So I'm going to again snip the flower out. I'm just going to roughly cut it out for now, and then I'll spend time taking all of these surrounding bits off, because I think when whoever made these made the pansies first, because they don't, once all this green is taken off, it just leaves a whole flower that doesn't come undone. So I think it's probably been, the flower has actually been crocheted on its own independently and then put in. I think, I'm not sure, but it doesn't come undone anyway. So I thought that might go there. And I did wonder if I've got room, I may put a blue one down there. But I'm not going to take that out yet because I don't know how much room I've got left, because I have plans. And my plans are to put a little bit of wordage. You might have just seen it because it was underneath. So there's my words. I'm lucky in life if I can stitch all Mon, Tues, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and kind of dots in between. So I've just written this out. I just use a friction pen, just in my handwriting, just kind of, obviously not my handwriting because I don't really write like this, but just kind of, you know, just like that kind of thing. So you're kind of doing your handwriting, but it's kind of like exaggerated handwriting almost, so just to make it look decorative. So that's kind of where I was going with that. I have kind of measured this out because what I've done is I have traced all these. This is just tracing paper and a pencil, just a lead pencil, or graphite pencil they are now, they're not lead really, are they? So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Mon, Tuesday. I've cut them up already because I just had a quick play to make sure, something like that anyway, to make sure that they all fit on this piece. So let me just move this out of the way and I'll show you what I mean. So let me just move that needle out of the way. So I'm lucky in, I'm going to iron this because it's a bit bumpy now. Starting to get bumpy with all of the, oh, I've also, I think I told you I was doing the border, so that was all stitched on, and I've also just done 3 rows of camphor stitch all the way around. That was just to, it felt a little bit, I don't know what the word is, but I thought when I'm gluing it on, I kind of want it to make sure it glues on, so I just want it a little bit more sturdy around the edges. So I've just put 3 lots of running stitches all the way around. So that was that bit as well. Yeah, so I'm lucky in life if I can stitch all, and then we've got our days. I think it was something like Mon, Tuesday, I think Wednesday actually went there as well. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the days will all get joined together with little dots. So something like that it was anyway. So that's going to take up quite a lot of room on my piece. I didn't measure it with this flower. That's why I'm kind of squidging those up. But I think it will just about fit. And obviously that will go there. But then, so no, I won't be able to put a blue flower on. I may change that for blue though if, where's it gone? Would blue look better? I'm just thinking, would blue look better as a contrast? I don't know. I'll see, but that's a later decision that I'll make. It's quite an easy decision, isn't it? Just which one I want. So that's that. I'm going to just use, I don't even know what colour I'm going to use yet. I think it will probably going towards, I'm just looking for my threads. See, I quite like that, but I haven't got much of that left, and I will need a feather. I'm just going to grab my threads and see what I've got in here. Ooh. Ooh. I have started to tidy these, would you believe it, but they're not very tidy. Are they the same? What number is that? 351. Yeah, 351. Okay. They're both the same, so that means that's a lot there. So it was either peach or it was green. I'm going to go for, well, I want to say a peachy orangey or a green. Now, also, I got this green already, which I've used in some, I think I've used that in the leaves, which I like. I'm just worried I haven't got enough. Again, what's that one? Is that the same? Hang on. I can't be so lucky again. No, it's not the same. But there's more in that one. Or I could mix and match. Okay, so I don't know at the moment is the answer, but it's kind of like one of those colours to go with the rest. So that's that. And then the next thing I want to show you is what I've been doing, working on the inside. So I've already done this because I've put nails in and hammered it, and that's what they were making the right noise. I could probably do with a bit of a bash on that one. That one's, I'm not very good at hammering. They're kind of a little bit skew-whiff, but you can't see them. So what I did was I took my length of hexes and measured it inside, and I've just sewn, because I didn't want to see the seam, I've done it there. I hope you can see that. I've done it here. The reason why I've done it here is because obviously the seam is bulky and I didn't want it to go into one of the corners, and I didn't want it to go over here where I could see it when I open my box. So that's why it's in the centre there. It's a busy pattern. I don't think it's going to, in fact, I've not really had a look. It's not really going to matter. So it's, well, the seam's got to go somewhere, hasn't it? So that was where I've put it. So I did snip off. These are the little hexes that I've kind of snipped off, because it went like that, didn't it? So I've snipped them off, and I also snipped a little bit of, I didn't, in fact, I thought there'd be more wastage, but that's all it was. These are from the sides. So I measured it pretty spot on, actually. I was quite pleased that I did have a little bit of left over, and I measured it right. So that's that bit. And now I've got to stick it onto the base. So I have got my little saucer. It's dusty because I've not done any sticking and gluing for a while. Let me just dust it off. Okay, there's my little little sweet saucer. It actually goes, doesn't it, with this? There is a little cup to match this. I don't know where it is at the moment, but I use it for my water when I'm painting. But and I've got some PVA glue. I'm thinking that's kind of, I probably don't need to put it onto a saucer actually, but I just find it a bit easier because I don't want to put it directly into the box because of getting it on the fabric. It's coming out slowly. You need muscles, don't you, to get PVA out of the bottle. Oh dear. 5 hours later. Might be about there. Right, what I'll do is I'll just show you the gist of what I'm doing. I've even got a paintbrush somewhere. Yep, got my paintbrush. So what I'm going to do is, I think, I'm going to try and pop that up there. I hope you can see this. I'm sorry if you can't. And then just dab in some paint, glue. Oh dear. It doesn't matter if it goes all over because I've got the bottom to glue down as well. If you remember me showing you that bottom, the blue bottom. That's going to be the bottom. So I know I've skipped ahead a little bit because usually I wouldn't start construction until I'd done all my sewing, but I'm feeling a bit, I kind of, sorry about this if you can't see, but I'm just trying to, I wanted to make sure that, I'll see if I can put that inside. I wanted to make sure that, let's just do it, that everything fitted. And this part's kind of done with my sewing. It's just my lid I've got left to do. Let's see what's that look like. That should be okay. Sorry if you can see my head. There, okay. Pop that out of the way. And then I'm presuming, shall I let it go tacky for a bit? That I'm just going to stick it down. Now, while I'm doing that, I'll tell you what, while we're just leaving that to go tacky just for a sec, this, can you remember this? This is the trim. It's a bit, should we call it vintage? We'll be kind and call it vintage. I've got two pieces because I got one off the top and one off the bottom, but I don't need one on the top when I'm coming to reconstruct it because I'm not having any on the top because I'm having, this has already got, hang on. Right, this has already got a complete border. So when the fabric, hang on a minute, when the fabric, I hope you can see this, when the fabric comes over from the top over, this will catch it all. I'll stick it down and then this will catch it all. And I've made this the right size so that it will go over whatever's in there. And it will look like that and be very, very pretty, hopefully. So that's that bit. Now, yeah, as I say, this is a bit, in fact, this is the worst one because this has got a tear in it. But this one here isn't too bad. It does look a bit scuzzy. But I kind of want to keep it because A, it's the right colour and it's just a piece of the original bit. And I think if that's glued on, if it's glued on, I think I'm going to like it. I have washed this, by the way. It's got a pull there, but I'm going to see if I can just kind of pull it back through or thread it back through that pull. But I'm hoping that's, because the colour goes so well, doesn't it? And it's a little original piece of the box. Right, that should have gone tacky enough. So let's see what we can do. I mean, there will be little tucks and turns in this. Let's just go for it. Yeah, there will be little tucks and turns here and there, but as long as it's glued down and then the top, not the top, the bottom is glued down on top of it, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Don't know whether to cut that little noggin off. Don't need that, do I? It's a bit, it's because it's got more than just, it's got a few layers there. Let's just get quite a few layers, yeah. It's making it a bit sticking to me, right. Okay. Ta-da! What do you think? I may put some glue. Wowzers. Ooh, I like that. What do you think? I'm really pleased with that. I will be putting some glue underneath here, I think, just because I don't want things to get lost. That just needs probably trimming or sticking a bit more glue maybe. But once that's all glued, I think it's not too bad. It's not too shabby. What do you think? I think that's okay, to be honest. I'm quite right. Just wanted to show you the if you are doing this or anything, you want to use these are the tacks that I've used. They're just it says blue cut tacks black. I don't know what that means. 13mm. So let me just get one out, and they're not that big. I've had them ages. I don't want to come out. Hang on, let me just tip one. It's just like a small little nail, like a little pointy. That's what they are. And that's, do they say 13mm? Yep, 13mm. So that's all they are, just tiny little nails that are holding it all down. I thought that I was going to glue it first of all, and then I thought, is there an easier way than glue? And I thought hammering some nails in would be an easier way than glue. I just thought it would be a little bit more sturdy, or you know, the frame is wood, so that's what I've hammered into. I think this might be plastic. There's like a plastic thing on, but then underneath that is like a frame of wood. So that's what I've hammered into. Well, gone through the plastic and hammered in to the wood. So I think once I may have to trim a little bit because it's quite. I probably should have done that anyway before, but once it's glued down, I'll use then I'm sure it'll be fine and I won't be able to see the edge. Well, I'll be gluing it so as I don't see the edge. It might be over to the side a little bit, that's all, but that's okay. I think that's going to be fine and dandy. What do you think? So I just think that that orange sets it off really well. I love the contrast of all the colours and everything, and I think they work quite harmoniously even though they are brights. So yeah, that is me about done. I think I just wanted to give you an update really, because I'd kind of gone ahead of myself, so I just wanted to check in, say hello, show you what I've done and what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start on my letters. So hang on, let me just show you what I do to trace them. So I need a piece of paper. Excuse me, that's my hammer. So pencil. I've already done it on that side, but it needs to go on this side, so you have to go over in pencil. Like that. Just trace all of the letters, and then what you do is you pop it on to position it, and then if you just draw over, I won't do it on there now because I just need to make sure 100% sure it's positioned, but what I'll do is I'll do that like that, and then oh, it's a good one, isn't it? It comes through like that, and then you can sew over it. On fabric it doesn't come as dark as that. It won't come as dark as that, and I will probably not press on as hard because this isn't erasable. You can use friction like I've just used for that. You can use friction and iron it off instead if you wanted to do that, but obviously you can't trace through your letters, you'd have to just do it more freehand. So I want to trace my letters because I'm really happy with the words as I've done them. So yeah, I'm going to go away, have a think about what colours I'm going to do. See, look, if I do green, it's kind of like harmonious. That is bright. And then obviously that will contrast. Look at that with that. I think it's got to be orange, hasn't it? And then that will also, don't forget I've got my stripe on my basket, my orange stripe on my basket. And yeah, I think we've chosen orange. And they're the same ones, aren't they? 351 and 351, they're the same. So I've got loads and loads of thread. I think I will backstitch it. I reserve the right to change my mind and stem stitch it or couch it. I'm not sure yet, I haven't decided, but I will show you in the next video what I've done, I think. Or what I'll do is I'll do half, I think, and then leave a little bit to show you. I wanted to show you this today as well. Let me just show you this, the weaving. So, do you know what? I've done something, no I haven't. I thought I'd done something really silly then and put away my threads. Because I'm like that, I tidy up and forget about things. Right, so what I have done, I've used two different colours, a light yellow and a dark yellow. And I have used 3 strands. And the reason why I remember 3 strands is because there's 3 strands left. So I like to separate all my strands before I start sewing. Even if you're putting them back together again, it just gives a little bit more of a tidy stitch. So this is the darker yellow. 2 strands have gone through there. Okay. So yeah, first of all, this is the darker yellow. And I'm going to do the long stitches. So I like to start in the middle just because it keeps everything straight. But you can start on one side. See, I'm not in straight there. and then a tiny bit over. I'm coming up near to where I've gone down, just to save on thread really. So tiny, like a millimetre over, and just do what would be the weft, and then the other one's the weave. I think that's right, because you're weaving the other ones. Right, so I'm going to go over this side and do this side. That one, I think we need one more. Might need two more actually. No, I think that will do. Right, so finish that off. And get the lighter colour, again 3 strands. Right. I don't know if I've used that bit, but it's only a tiny bit. I think I'll leave that for now. I'll just got a knot somewhere in this. Right, hang on. Okay, let's see if that helps. Should be 3 strands here. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Okay, it's a little bit long, but it shouldn't matter too much. Right, okay. So starting here at the top, come up, and I use the blunt end of my needle where the thread is, and you just start weaving. So I'm coming up there, going down. To get it started, sometimes you just have to be a little bit careful, like that. And then I like to go down into the fabric and then come back up again, very close to where I, okay, turn it around, and then going over. It's right, I can't quite see all of these threads, but it will get easier as you go along. Like that. And back up. Okay, so I need to go over that one, then under this one, over. I'm having trouble seeing where my things are. Right. Okay, I think I've done that right. And down. Then up again. Turn it around, and then let's see if we can get a whole line going. So I want to go under, over, under, think that's right. There we go. And then just use your nail or your needle to go up. Just push them up a little bit. Just have to be gentle with it. Up. And I like the two different colours, and then you can really see where your weaving is. So it's a little checkerboard pattern. I think that's right. Down. Okay. And back up again. So I'm going under the first one, over, I'm not caught that one right, I'm just, I think that's right. There we go. And you just carry on until it's all finished. And it looks like that one there. So I'll finish that one off camera anyway. So that's all that. Oh, and then I'll also pop that on. I may tuck this down a little bit just to give give me some room for my words, but we'll see how the words place on that. Also, this here, I would have liked to have popped this on as well, but again, it just depends on the words. But I also, what I'm going to do, if I can get this on, then I'm going to actually turn this over and applique it on. But we'll see about that as well. But I just love the colours in that, so that will hopefully go on as well. So that's it for now, I think. And like I say, I'm going to start on my words, and I need to just leave my box open to get that, oops, sorry if I bump you, to dry out. So I'm really pleased with my box, and yeah, I think that's turned out quite well. It's turned out as good as I hoped it would. Better than I thought, because I was a bit worried about, have I taken on too much with this, because I've never done anything like this before. So I did think, have I taken on too much putting it back together again? But I'm quite pleased with how it's coming on so far. The only worry I've got is getting this on, but I think it'll be okay. Plenty of glue, and I'll throw positivity at it. So that's that. So I think that's it for now. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. So take care. Bye bye.